Welcome, brothers and sisters. This is going to be part 2 of the series Toxic Femininity, where we talk about the different ways that the failure uses her femininity to manipulate men and destroy them. But y'all see the title, Toxic Femininity. Why? That's what you get for messing with that white woman. You know, this has been a common trope in the so-called black community for many generations. When black men have get into some form of mishap with a so-called white woman or whoever, and anytime that happens, you're met with, that's what you get for messing with that white woman, but no one ever stops to ask what, no one really stopped to address all the problems and issues that black men have when messing with black women. See, you never hear anyone stand up and say, that's what you get for messing with that black woman. It's never, especially black women. They're never the ones. You notice how they'll never call each other out. It's always justified. Anything she does to a black man is justified. It's somehow his fault. He asked for it. He did it to himself. You can't hold her accountable. But when a white woman does it does something to a black man, that needs to be addressed. If we compare apples to apples, and I'm not saying that so-called white women haven't done some very atrocious things to black men. There are many black men who are on child support from white women. So let's not pretend that I'm not trying to pretend that we haven't had our issues from Emmett Till and all the nameless black men who have been murdered, but from being accused of something he didn't do. But you notice that when a black woman does something to a black man, it's always justified, and I'm calling umbrage on that. That is a form of toxic femininity. When we compare apples to oranges, apples to apples, it's no comparison. When we look at the condition of our community, we can't even compare what white women have done to black men to what black women have done to black men. Simply by being a bunch of defiant, overbearing, bad attitude having individuals. Not all. If that makes you feel better, not all. But we don't deal with, we deal in specifics here. We try to deal in specifics because we understand that black women have been able to hide in the shadows unless you address them directly. If you do not call them out directly, if you do not say black women, not all women, yes, all women do things, but if you say all women, then black women have found cover in that. Oh, he talking about all women. He ain't talking about me, so I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. When you are very specific, when you target that, you aim that weapon specifically, then you hit a moving target, man. Then you hit your target, man. How you gonna get your target if you don't know how to aim the gun? You just shooting into the crowd, man. But as I stated, there's a lot of things that black women need to take accountability for, and I mean, it's just, I know it's hard. I know it's hard for the few sisters that do. I know it's hard. You can't even trust them. You can't even trust the sisters that do. Because we have to look at motive. We can't just, I mean, how many times have we seen it happen, even in this space, where black women will be like, I'm sorry for doing this, or yeah, black men are going through this and black women need to start acting right. As soon as you check them, they go right back to being the most wicked and demonic creatures on the planet. As soon as you check them, as soon as you don't agree with them in any way, shape, or form, they will go back to some man-hating individuals. And in fact, they will hate men even more. Look at that weird chick on the internet, that bald-headed woman on the interweb. What's her name? Cynthia G? Yeah, her. Man, she used to be all on that black power kick until black men started checking her about that weave. Now look at how she's talking to you dudes. You ain't got the right to check her. I mean, look at the billion. Let's just take the weave industry, for instance. BAW spent billions of dollars a year in weave, and I'm starting to believe that that's what the whole Bonnetgate thing is about. A lot of women don't have money for weave anymore, so what they do is they walk around in bonnets. Cause if a woman had the best weave in the world, she wouldn't be walking around with no bonnet. She'd be trying to show it off. I mean, at least that's what I believe. Logically speaking, if you paid $800-900 for some weave and you gonna put a bonnet on top of it, nah, something ain't right here. Something isn't right. Bonnetgate is deeper than we suspect. That's my opinion. Bonnetgate is deeper than we suspect. I never seen so many women walking around with bonnets on, and I'm like, it gotta be something going on here. It's not. It's all over the place. Bonnetgate is real. It's real, but there has to be a better. It has to be a different reason behind why they're doing it. That's what we do as men. We want to know why. We don't listen to your words. We looking at your actions, man. We looking at your actions. There's a lot more black dudes getting with Latino women. I mean, oh well. There's a lot more black men. I mean, I used to think that Bonnetgate was just rebellion. But like I said, let's take the whole weave industry as a case in point. And black women spend billions of dollars a year on weave, and that is a detriment to the black community, because any black man that gets in a relationship with these women, he has to consider the fact that a lot of his money is going to be going on weave. That's right. Even though you earn that money, that's still his money. That's your husband's money. Oops, if you had one. Biblically speaking, a lot of y'all are married. You just don't know it. Because y'all listen to the white man, and the white man said you're not married, so, hey, you're not married. I don't know. Who you believe? Who you going to believe? The Most High? Or you going to believe the white man? He said you ain't married unless you come get this piece of paperwork that says, I said you're married. And if I didn't say you're married, you ain't married. I don't care if the Most High said you're married. You ain't married. But every black man, so-called black man, he has to consider how much money is going to be going out of his family's coffers to keep up, for you to keep up your hair. And it seems like the more money a black man makes, the more expensive the weave becomes. It's like, damn. I mean, you know, when you think that when you earn more money, you have to pay less for things. Not so. You got to pay more. You know, but you know, that's just one case in point when we dealing with the trope of that's what you get for messing with them white women. What do black men get for messing with them black women? That's what I want to know. See, nobody wants to answer these questions. Everybody, soon as you try to ask these questions, here comes the chief deflector. Oh, you know, you a self-hating, you a sellout, you a coon, you this, you that. You know, you the white man's bitch. Anything to deflect from answering those questions, man. What's the question again? What does the black man get for messing with them black women? You know, black women, I mean, cause I'm not gonna say most, but a lot of white women are opposed to government assistance. Way more than black women, in my opinion. In my opinion, I'm pretty sure most brothers will corroborate this evidence. Most white women are not trying to be on government aid. If they get on the government aid, I mean, white women are embarrassed. I mean, at least back in the days when I would see this type of thing, white women would be embarrassed to be on public assistance. They would literally be embarrassed, and they would be trying to do anything in their power to get off of that public assistance as fast as possible. You know, I don't know the number, so I can't say most, but most of the ones that I know, they don't try to get their baby daddy for child support. It's sort of like, I'm gonna say, it's like maybe 50% of white women are trying to probably have their black baby daddy on child support, while 90-something% of black women, I can't even find a black man who's not on some government forced child support if he's been with a so-called black woman. I can't find him. I mean, maybe you brothers have seen him. Please put it in the comment section. If you know, if you know any black women, I'm not talking about from back in the days, because I know back in the days, women weren't like that. They weren't trying to, be all on that bullshit like these women are today. I used to work with hundreds of black men. hundreds, every single day. And the vast majority of them were on child support. And it's not because the dudes weren't willing to pay, they wasn't taking care of their kids. These are men who was making good money. So these men were taking, we already know black men love their damn kids. But I would sit there and listen to these dudes tell me stories. It's like every single one of them that had children would be like, yeah, I'm on child support. Yeah, I gotta pay this child support. Yeah, child support. Man, that bitch put me on child support. I don't know. I want to know, is it the same where you live at? Of all the black men that you know? Because that's something that needs to be addressed and talked about. Maybe in a live stream. You know? I want to know, do you know any black men who are not on child support? That have a baby with a black woman? That's what I want to know. Like any, like none. I bet you it'd be, if we did a survey right now of all the black men in the manosphere that have children by black women, they are on child support. So, and it's not the black man's fault, because hey, the statistics say something different. I don't remember what it is, but like, what is it, 68% of black men pay their child support? So, I don't know, it might be higher. I don't remember the number. Y'all put it in the comment section if you remember. But it's well over half. I'm pretty sure. But so the question is, what do we get for messing with the black women? What do we get for messing with the black women? There are I ain't gonna say millions. There got to be millions by now of black men that have been called, that have had the police called on them by black women. Many of them ending in jail time, suspended licenses, violence, deaths. Many of those situations ended in death because those black men were had the police called on them. And was it their fault? If you know the BAW's attitude, you can't really blame a lot of these men. Because a lot of these men are forced to do a lot of the things they do. And if you get a woman mad at you, she feels like it's her right to destroy your life. She has a right to destroy your life. She has a right to show up at your job and slash your tires. She has a right to call your job and lie on you and do all kinds of things. She has the right to burn all your clothes and throw them out in the middle of the street. She has the right to do that. She believes that she has the right to do that because you cheated on her. I still don't. Myself personally, I don't know any black men who are not on child support if they have children by black women. I don't know any. I've never talked to one. That's like I gotta find me one. If you got a child with black women, and the thing of these dudes used to tell me stories, it was like as soon as she got pregnant, she was already trying to get the dude on child support. As soon as she was trying to get WIC and all of these government assistance programs. the moment she found out she was pregnant. The very moment. So that means that was planned. That was planned. We know that 70% of the divorces in the black community are filed by black women. So again, we gotta ask ourselves, what do we get for messing with them black women's? I'm just trying to figure this shit out, man. What do you dudes get for messing with them black women's? We don't mess with black women, we mess with sisters. But I mean, what do men get? Even our forefathers, they had to go with. I mean, the black women have always been rebellious. This is not something new that she just started yesterday. She's always been rebellious since the beginning of time. Our great forefathers, they had to go and they were forced to get with these women from other nations because the black woman refused to listen to the Most High. She didn't care. She didn't care just like she doesn't care today. She don't care to know the truth. See, when you tell them the truth, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the truth because the truth holds them accountable. The truth will make you accountable. So they definitely don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear anything that got to do with rainbows and cake and stuff like that. That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the truth, man. Hey, tell her a lie. She loves lies. She loves men. She loves men who lie to them. Why you think these men lie to you? Because you can't handle the truth. But again, what do black men get out of being in relationships with y'all? Pause. Lord have mercy, brothers. What do black men get for messing with black women? What do you get? I'm trying to figure this out because it's a conspiracy, man, and this is a form of toxic feminism. This is a form of toxic femininity. I can't even call it femininity because it's not actually femininity. It's just toxic behavior by women. There's no such thing really as toxic femininity. There's just, because feminine women are not toxic at all. So they're just being other than who the Most High designed them to be, because they don't understand their role. They don't understand their purpose under polygyny. They don't understand they don't understand the importance of their role and why they're supposed to be producing seed. That should be the only mission that these women are engaging in, is bringing forth seed into the world, unless their husband says otherwise. See, because righteous men need righteous women. Righteous men need righteous women. If you got to think that if a righteous man, he's got his stuff together, and he goes out and tries to get a wife, what kind of wife is he gonna get? Cardi B, Meg the Stallion, J-Lo. These are the type of women that he has to look forward to. Instead of having righteous women who are producing seeds for the next generation, producing men and women so that they can have righteous men and women to choose from. That is a very important role. It is of the most importance. But she doesn't see it like that. She doesn't care about her role. She wants to go, she has her own agenda. She want to live her best life. So guess what? She deserves to crash and burn. She deserves to crash and burn. Do not save her. She is I can't even call her a concubine at best. She's below a whore. You can't even be a whore. A whore is basically a transaction, and you worse than that. You worse than somebody who's just having an agreement. You worse than that. I mean, like a concubine. I can't even put you in that category. Because even a concubine can be a righteous role. Concubines can have a righteous role. Black men need righteous women to marry. And who's gonna produce those women when the dumbass black female is at work? Huh? Who's gonna produce those children? Who's gonna produce those men and those who's gonna produce those men and those women? Who's gonna produce and raise the righteous men? In order, so we can get this thing together. So the Most High can have a righteous remnant. So that a black man doesn't have to go out and choose a woman from one of these other nations. What's going to happen, man? What's going to happen? Why you see it happening over and over and over again in your face to all of these athletes, these millionaires. They all see the writing on the wall. If you're going to be successful, you cannot mess with these BAWs. You can't do it. Okay? It's hard. It's hard. I don't care how a woman sounds. I don't listen to words. I watch asses. I watch actions. I don't care what you gotta say, because every woman sounds as sweet as butterflies until you test her, and then that's when that demon comes out. When you test them spirits, all them demons come out. You're like, God damn, God, you be gone, Satan. Get behind me. But it is quite unfortunate, man. What do black men get for messing with them black women? What do you get? We're the righteous women, because only righteous women can raise righteous women, right? We're the righteous wives for these black men. All these black men out here can't find a damn wife. Even though black women outnumber us damn near 2-1. They sit around and they talk about how they outnumber us, but none of us can find wives. 47% of black men don't have children or wives. They're single. What the hell is going on in the world? Black men can't find righteous women because you have not raised any righteous daughters. You was too busy doing your own thing, trying to get the bag, trying to level up, trying to do your thing. being a ride or die chick for some thug ass Negro in jail while you out on the street. You can't produce no damn seed when when your husband's in jail. He's in jail. How you gonna produce some children? So now we out here and we in this situation. Black men don't know their role. Black women hate their role. And we just out here doing whatever, man. We just out here trying to make it rain. We out here trying to level up. We out here trying to live our best life. We out here bullshitting. You know, because we don't understand. And the Most High is sitting there like, every generation got to start over from ground zero. Every generation got to start all over again from ground zero. Maybe this generation will get it right. Maybe the next generation will get it right. And every generation they get dumber and dumber. They get more dumbed down by this society and all that weird shit they pushing. And all that technology and all of that other stuff making them lazy and like I said, I mean, people don't understand their roles. People don't care about their roles, as they don't know what their roles are. They don't know the importance of producing children. What is the purpose of that? So that righteous men can have righteous women, righteous wives, so that they can produce seed, so that the Most High can have a righteous people. When we gonna get this shit together, man? You know, what do black men get for messing with them black women? You get child support. You get put on. You get locked up. You get thrown in jail. I said get locked up. You get conned. You know, you spend your money on frivolous nonsense and bullshit. You spend your life trying to cater to one woman instead of bringing forth a righteous generation, man. A royal priesthood. You know? When is it gonna happen, man? Who's gonna do it? We hit. We're destroyed, man. My people are destroyed for they lack knowledge. You know? Anyway, brothers, that's what it is. Toxic masculinity. That's what you get for messing with them black women. All these basketball players, all these football players, they all came to the same conclusion. If I'm gonna be successful, I cannot mess with this woman. You know? If I'm gonna be successful and do what the Most High, I mean, these I'm not even saying that these men know their roles either, but you know, subconsciously they understand that if they're going to be successful in their terms of success, they can't be messing with the failure. They will never make it. They will never make it. She will destroy you. Look at 50 Cent. Look at 50 Cent. A lot of these famous. Just look at these famous guys. A lot of these famous so-called famous individuals. 50 Cent was paying his baby mom, I think, like, oh, look at Tyrese. He was on the internet crying. I think 50 Cent was paying his baby mama like $26,000 a month in child support. There are black men literally paying $46,000 a month in child support. You know? Tyrese was on the internet crying. I think what he saying? He was paying $11,000 a month. And he was saying, "What else do you want from me?" The dude is on the internet crying. What child do you know that eats $11,000 worth of food every month? What child do you know that needs $11,000 worth of clothes every month? What child you know needs see, that's the problem with people. They trying to live their best life. They trying to get the bag. They trying to get the bag out of you. Guess what? That's what you get for messing with them black women, black man. She gonna get the bag. She trying to level up. You put a seed in her. That's your ass. She's a walking, talking weapon. A damn conspiracy inside a damn enigma. She boy. Boy. That's what you Negroes gotta look forward to in life. Anyway, brothers, on that note, I want to say peace. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Get on the 5 steps and adopt the moral code.